Paul Guyet here with Tofu Bandit Media at the booth for The Death of Superman Lives, the documentary of, how would you say it, the lost Superman movie?
Just the unmade.
The unmade Superman film. So this is a fantastic documentary that all people knew of this was this picture of Nick Cage with his eyes kind of slitted with the long hair wearing a Superman costume. And this is, hey, it's the 90s, so people are looking at this like, this movie is going to be awful based on one image. So you managed to completely explode this and show the true story of this. And throughout it, you talk to Kevin Smith, you talk to producers from the movie, people that would have made it. There's one in particular, John Peters, who, how would you personify John Peters in this?
For many years, Kevin Smith had been doing his commentary about, I'd been working with this producer, John Peters, the hairdresser, and, he didn't want to see him fly, and he was like, these crazy ideas. John, eventually, after we finally were able to contact him, agreed to do the interview, we sent him questions in advance, and when we did the interview, we didn't know what to expect, but after talking with him, I totally understand why he wanted a giant spider. It's like, it makes sense. He's like, look, I'm executive producing 5 movies. You do this, as long as you put these 5 things in that I need, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's that old style producing, like let the director and writer do their thing. I'll throw in the 5 or 6 elements of flavor that I need as a producer. I'll go off and do my things.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want Superman to fight another dude.
That's it.
Like all those movies you already seen.
He was coming at it from a very personal standpoint. So
Sure.
he wanted something that he could relate to, that young men could relate to, that would really
Giant
get their
spiders.
blood pumping, and and just like fighting and making be a tough guy,
Sure.
which
That
of
being
course
said,
Superman may not be. But
Coming from a non-comic book perspective, that's why so many people are like, what the fuck?
I can't count the number of times we've been asked, is he
He
crazy?
could have fought anybody. You got Bizarro, the Parasite, Mitzelblick, you name it.
Exactly.
But he was
Instead
like,
a nameless giant spider.
So, I mean, obviously the spider became Brainiac later.
Yeah,
But that was
which
great
looked
the way
amazing.
Tim Burton was able to take that strange idea and make it become something that really worked organically with Brainiac.
Exactly, So speaking of that, say the movie came out. What does the landscape look like now? Would there have been the Chris Nolan Batman? Would there have been this DC thing? Like, what are your thoughts?
It's interesting. I thought about this even before starting the documentary.
Absolutely.
It was like one of those things like, we lived at the time in 2013, time traveling back to if this movie came out in 1999. The only other superhero film that came out that year was Blade. So there was nothing really, there was no...
It's a totally different climate for superhero films. And I think that,
it was still risky back then.
I would like to see what that parallel universe looks like, where we actually did get this film, and what the, the subsequent films after that would be.
What would DC look like today?
We've gotten a lot of, Marvel was bankrupt in 1999.
Oh, yeah.
DC was almost thinking about acquiring Marvel in 99. So when Superman,
in this alternate,
Superman Lives came out, I think personally it would have been a big hit.
Yeah.
I think people would have responded to it. It's like, it would have been like that Mars Attack kind of humor, that flavor that Tim Burton had at that moment.
Yeah, it's dark,
had that
but
lighter,
you're smiling.
But it would have been this lighter approach. It wouldn't have been Batman and Robin corny humor. So I think people who see the film do understand and get an idea of what Burton and Cage were trying to do with the character of Superman, which hasn't been done before or since.
No.
They're actually going to humanize him, where we as viewers would empathize with Superman in a way that, like, you can just have a hard time empathizing with this super-powered god who floats around.
With those abs. Oh my God.
With alien abs.
I would kill a child every day if it meant I could have that body. Like a healthy baby child, just snap. But we don't live there.
No.
But,
That's
guys,
an alternate planet 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So, John, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Holly, thank you so much. Guys, see this movie if you have any interest in Superman or comics or alternate timelines.
Yes, you can get it here.
It's fantastic. It's streaming as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
it
could
is. Only at our website.
Excellent.
You could buy a digital download by going to www.tdoslwh.com.
And you can follow us on Twitter too, at TDOSLWH.
Thank you for being the truth, man. All right.